there, welcome back. You're watching Feast and Farm Cooks. My name is Rachel Ballard, and today we are making sausage cheese balls. One of our favorites in this house, always for breakfast, but if you're from the South, you'll know that we use these for every funeral, baby shower, and birthday party coming and going. So they can be used as an appetizer menu, a recipe, or you can use them like I do, and they are a really, really fast, delicious breakfast for us. So I'm going to show you how simple and easy they are to make. So here's what you need. Now in this bowl, I've got about 3 cups of breakfast baking mix, Bisquick or any of those kinds of mixes will work right here. Then I have a couple of cups of cheddar cheese that I've grated myself, breakfast sausage. You can use any breakfast sausage you like. This one is sage, but you can go hot, mild, whatever you choose. And then a little bit of milk, and that's all. It's so simple. So let me show you how we do this. We just start by, what I usually do is just go ahead and put my sausage in first and work on breaking that up. It takes a second. You can use your hands if you want to. That's always easier than using a spoon, but we're going to do it because that's a little less messy today. So we're going to break that in, and what I find is, don't worry about it if you can't get all the pieces broken up, because once you add your milk, it's going to thin it out. It's going to be a lot easier to manage. So I'm going to break this up a little bit more, and I'll be back with you in just a second, and I'll show you the next step. Okay. Next, we're going to add our cheese. Now, you can use a pre-shredded cheese from a bag if you'd like to. I avoid that so that I don't have to put any extra additives or chemicals into my food, but feel free to do that if it's simpler for you. And the recipe calls for 2 cups of cheddar. There's probably a little bit more than that in here. We like ours extra cheesy, so it's okay to do that if you need to. And then I'm just going to kind of toss it around. You're not really going to get... I tell y'all, I ain't never going to be any good with spoons. I'm just not. Use your hands. If they're clean, use them. Wash them first, but they're very important. Just use them. It's so much simpler. So I'm going to break the rest of this up in here, and then I'm going to add the milk, and then I really will go to using something else because it makes a mess. So you can make these breakfast size, which is what we're going to do today, and they're a little bit larger. I'll be using an ice cream scoop to scoop them out. But if you're serving them at a party and you're going to have a lot of other appetizers or something like that, you'd make them about half as big as we're going to make them today. So I'm going to add some milk in here, and I never really know exactly how much it's going to take. It kind of just depends on how much moisture is in the air, how much humidity, that sort of thing. So I just kind of work with it until everything is incorporated and I don't see any dry pockets of Bisquick or flour in there, and that just takes a couple of minutes. So I'm going to work with this, and I will be back in just a second to show you what it looks like before we put them in the oven. Okay, now it's all mixed in, and as you can see, it's not, terribly wet, but it's wet enough, so it'll certainly make your fingers sticky if you don't use something to help you out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our cookie sheet, and I'm not really going to grease this, but this one's very non-stick, but if you have a pan that sticks, feel free to grease that. Now I'm just going to drop, I'm not filling this ice cream scoop all the way up. That's probably a couple of tablespoonfuls of mixture onto the cookie sheet, and I'm going to bake these in a 350-degree oven until they're brown and crispy, and then I will show you what they look like, and I'll tell you how to store them for later. So I'll be back in just a second. Our sausage balls are out of the oven, and I wish you could smell how delicious they just smell wonderful. Now, they're really hot, but we should have one. They're golden brown, they are crispy, they've got a little crusty cheese on the outside. So what I would recommend you do with these, if you're making the appetizer size, this made 24 good size ones for breakfast, but it'll easily double that if you want to make them for an appetizer size. What I also would tell you is that to save these, to have these all week long, if you'd like to, cool them down, put them in a big Ziploc bag or an airtight container, and just stick them in the refrigerator. And when you're ready to eat, stick them in the microwave about 30 seconds and they're ready to go. It's such a time saver. It helps me tremendously. Now that my kids are back in school, I know it'll help you too. So let's take a peek here. Let's pick out a good crispy one. Here's one right here. So you can see, oh man, I love these. All right, let's stick it in my mouth. But before I do, don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you with me here on Feast and Farm Cooks, so make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. Thank you so much for being with me. I can't wait to see you again here soon on Feast and Farm Cooks. Have a great day.